The Palestinian Health Ministry says Israeli airstrike has reportedly killed at least 5 people, including 2 children, in an urban refugee camp in the occupied West Bank. The Israel Defense Forces confirmed the strike, saying it targeted what it called the command room terror cell. We have an update.
The IDF says it is investigating reports indicating 1 person has been shot dead and 3 injured during an attack by Israeli settlers near Bethlehem. There has been a surge in violence in the West Bank since the start of the war in Gaza. The United Nations said last Wednesday that 128 Palestinians, including 26 children, have been killed in Israeli airstrikes in the West Bank since 7th October. It also added that overall, 607 Palestinians and 11 by Israeli settlers have been killed in the West Bank and East Jerusalem over the same period. Giving more casualty figures, the United Nations said 15 Israelis, including 9 members of Israeli forces and 5 settlers, were also killed in attacks by Palestinians in the West Bank. And no other 10 Israelis were killed in attacks in Israel by Palestinians from the West Bank. Meanwhile, Israeli and Lebanese living around the Israel-Lebanon border say they are tensed up as fierce conflicts between Hezbollah militants and Israeli military forces engage in heated exchanges of fire along a shared border. To bring down tension, Israel Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant had to declare a 48-hour state of emergency on Sunday as Hezbollah launched a large scale of attacks against northern Israel. Residents around the border area could not hide their fear.
It's not so good. We are living in a crazy world that we're afraid of what will happen at the night. When we get up in the morning, I run the first thing in the morning to my cell phone to see if something happened in the night.
We didn't have any missiles falling on Tel Aviv. We had no alarms. Well, I worked as usual. I was in the office, and but some people maybe decided because they don't have a shelter next to the office, or they decided it was better not to go to work. But apart from that, everything is exactly as usual.
At a meeting with the U.S. Army Chief, Charles Quinton Brown, the Israel's Army Chief said the country's military forces are working tirelessly to restore safety to the northern region and to bring residents back to their homes. Watchers of the lingering war are still hoping for an acceptable conflict resolution that will usher lasting peace into the Middle East region.